So Ethan has done something slightly newsworthy again, and only because he's calling out another big creator. This one isn't, on the level that he's normally been doing. This is just, a double when he's normally hitting inside the park home runs. He's just really, really reaching on this one, and I felt like talking about it. As we all know, there's been a quote-unquote, well, it's not quote-unquote, there's been a rise in anti-Semitism. And unfortunately for Ethan, that means that there has been a rise of him accusing people of anti-Semitism. So let's get into these clips.
We've been trying to make amends with him, and I felt that we had come a pretty far way to, building a bridge between our two worlds. And apparently I took things too far when I made fun of Elon Musk.
I thought it was free speech.
And he was like, that's not a joke, he said to me, right? Is that what he said, Zach?
I thought comedy was alive and well.
I mean, he says, that's not funny, right?
It's not funny.
Yeah, it's not funny, he said.
Funny.
It's not funny what I did.
It's not funny.
It's not a joke. It's not funny. He's so angry. So here's Ninja, by the way. And, there's a big problem going on right now. Lots of anti-Semitism coming out in the open from people like Kanye West.
So there's mostly just establishing things going on. In the beginning, he's introing what he's going to talk about. Apparently, he's mad that Ninja called him out for an Elon Musk joke. He was like, oh, that's dumb. That isn't funny. And Ethan didn't like that. He took, exception to it. He thought that was dumb. And because of that, he's going to talk about a joke, or possibly not a joke, that Ninja made that he was not too comfortable with. So
you would think, now is a good time not to be making anti-Semitic comments. But then crash cut to Ninja, the Fortnite player. Go ahead, roll it.
Am I Jewish? I'm not. Although my nose is fucking massive.
Alright, so if you don't know, somehow, basically there's a stereotype of Jewish people having like these huge noses and like being greedy and stuff. Obviously not true. At least for the greedy stuff. I don't know if having a larger nose is like a thing that gets passed down through Jewish people, like heritage. Because Ethan doesn't look like he has a huge nose, so I don't think that's like a thing that gets passed down. Well, don't cancel me for wondering. I came to the conclusion that it's not a thing that got passed down. I'm telling my honest thoughts here, just working something through my head. But anyway, back on target. Probably not the best thing to say when you're that big. Not because, it's a bad thing. I don't think that Ninja's a bad person for saying stuff like this. What I do think is that he had phrased stuff really badly, and he probably shouldn't have said it like that, because now people like Ethan can go, that seems anti-Semitic to me. I dislike this. This is very bad. You are building with a wave of anti-Semitism caused by Ye and Nick Fuentes. You are now going to be going along with them on their interview circuit. Even though that's not what is going to happen at all. But, that's how he's trying to frame it, to make Ninja look bad.
That is not funny. That is not funny. It is not a joke.
And it's not funny.
It's not funny,
not
Ninja.
funny.
That's fucked up.
Who authorized you to be dropping anti-Semitic tropes like that, brother?
Am I Jewish?
It's not funny. I thought comedy was dead and gone, or whatever.
Fucking massive.
No, but on seriousness, that's a little bit off the fucking cuff, isn't it? It's a little bit like casual anti-Semitism.
It's genuinely interesting how Ethan almost got the point, and then he just shot past him and just proved the stuff that the community has been saying about him for the past couple of years. He really has lost the plot. He went from making a joke to being a subject of that very joke in the span of less than 20 seconds. That has to be like some sort of influencer record. Genuinely. He went from being like, oh, these jokes are bad, you can't say jokes, blah blah blah, to being like, oh yeah, this joke was bad, you can't say that. Like, dude, what goes through your mind to where you're like, I understand that, like, on the scale, you probably think, oh, well, obviously, anti-Semitism is worse than, making fun of Elon Musk as a whole. But for you to be like, oh yeah, this big nose joke is so bad, bro. Like, it's off the cuff, man. Like, I can't believe you would say something like this. It's just ridiculous. And if you remember from my video a while back where I was talking about how we shouldn't get mad at Ethan for making dumb jokes, it was like a tweet that somebody called AD had. It shouldn't be mad over Ethan's jokes now. We should talk about when he tries to moralize over somebody else's jokes. We should bring up all the times, he's called for violence. And he's, all the times he's called for violence. And yeah, he said that he wanted Ben Shapiro to get gassed. He said that he wanted the entirety of Vatican City to be bombed. He clarified that he wanted the entire city to be bombed. Like, he made it sure. He was like, oh, not a terrorist attack. I mean the city as a whole. Bomb it to the ground, Nagasaki style. Like, that's how hardcore he was. Right? But this guy said, oh yeah, I'm not Jewish, but my nose is massive, and now he's this horrible person. Like, seriously, this is just lack of self-awareness to the max.
I'm not defending him, but we can't see the chat. I'm curious what the actual comment said. If it was just, are you Jewish? Because that's insane on its own. But if it made a comment about his nose and then asked him if he's being Jewish, he should have still pushed back, obviously. But yeah.
I see what you're saying. You're saying, did they ask about his nose?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a way to find that out?
Am I Jewish?
Am I Jewish?
I'm guessing he deleted this VOD.
Although my nose is fucking massive.
Wait.
I thought comedy was
No, that doesn't make sense. He's definitely just saying that. He's not really
Someone just said, are you Jewish?
I do appreciate, AB pushing back and being like, well, not defending him, but there are different ways of looking at this. And I think that he's probably the best part of the podcast, genuinely, which is funny considering how many people they brought in throughout the years. He's pretty much been the best part, him and Dan. Funnily enough, I do agree with Ethan when he said that, yeah, somebody just said that are you Jewish? Which is a weird question. Yeah, I don't know why. Out of the blue. By the way, do you happen to be a Jew? I was just wondering. Unrelated to the gameplay, but do you happen to be of Jewish descent? Like, I don't know. But I do find it interesting how his employees usually always back Ethan up immediately. So it was interesting to see just a little bit of pushback on one of his ideals from AB, because he's normally the only one who ever gives pushback, at least recently from what I've seen. And like I said, that is, a bit refreshing just to have that level of balance. Normally when it's just one boss talking over a bunch of employees, they can be a little, scared to disagree, and then it becomes just an echo chamber, which a lot of times it is, which is why the quality has dropped throughout the years.
And still no apology to Pokimane.
No apology to Pokimane, and now I'm gonna need apology. Yeah, put that up, love. That's a frame of a frame.
Yep.
Ninja, I'm gonna need apology, bro, because let's be honest. After you simped for Elon Musk, after I had made such great efforts to be this guy's friend. I went so far, and I had this whole redemption arc I was trying, and Ninja basically spit in my face, and it's halted my entire redemption arc. I am back to a hateful fucking piece of shit, thanks to you, Anti-Semite.
These bits are just so bad. Like, I just wanted to include it. I know this is very much off topic, and it's nothing to do with the title of this video, but it's just so uncomfortable. And I loved how at the end you would see that girl. She was just kind of sitting there, just nodding her head, waiting for the bit to be over. There's like 10 people in that room, and nobody's laughing. Literally no one, because it's not funny. It's dumb. And also, I'm not an Elon fan. I've criticized him in at least like 3 videos that I'm thinking of off the top of my head. And I can say all the Elon stuff that you were doing, the trolling and stuff, wasn't funny at all. Like, it was just dumb. Like, it wasn't like, this isn't funny. Identity theft is not a joke, Ethan. It was just like, this is lame. This is lame. Like, oh, ban me, Elon. Oh my god, he banned me? Bro. Like, obviously, this guy who's trying to be seen as this cool, edgy memer, when you call him out and they're like, yeah, man, you can't handle me. Ban me. I dare you. And then he bans you. What did you expect, bro? Like, you stood there and you poked the bear. And the bear bit him. That's all it was. But yeah, I do find it weird that he literally titled this video "Ninja's Casual Anti-Semitism" during like a stream. Bro, what casual anti-Semitism? Like, I feel like I don't understand the word, because I always thought anti-Semitism was like hate towards Jewish people, or like promotion of like Jewish conspiracy theories of like, oh, they have a space laser. But I guess you could say that like saying that it's like a stereotype of Jewish people, like in the same way people would say like, oh, if someone said, oh, if you make one more video about Ethan Klein, I'll send you a bowl of fried chicken. Like, that's a little bit racist, but like I'd probably laugh. So that's probably why I'm not taking this as serious, because I don't think it's really negatively affecting anyone. And so I feel like when we use words like that have such a heavy connotation, like anti-Semitism, when there's like real like bad anti-Semitism being promoted by literally one of the biggest artists in the world and probably ever, this just feels super inconsequential. I'm gonna end off here. Thank you all so much for watching. Goodbye.